guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charlotte Hendrix. I'm a graphic designer and a content creator. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 4 programs I use as a graphic designer, what I use them for, and how much they cost. So hopefully you guys can have a better idea of what to invest in and what to maybe wait on if graphic design is something you're thinking about pursuing or using graphic design within your business and what would be best for you. So the first one is Adobe Photoshop. And I have the entire Adobe suite, but you can purchase each program individually and kind of see like which ones you use more often and which ones you find that you might need later on. So if buying the whole Adobe suite is not something that you want to do right away, breaking it up and seeing exactly what you need may be the way to go. So within that suite, Photoshop is one that I use probably more than any other program right now. In school, we learned it my first semester of college and kind of just used it sporadically throughout college. Now, for a lot of the marketing graphics that we do, I actually use Photoshop more than anything else. Reason being is because you can add a lot of layers and a lot of texture, and it gives the graphic a lot more depth, which I really like in a lot of graphics. I feel like when you hear the word Photoshop, people automatically think it's for photo editing, which obviously is a huge tool for that, but you can use it a lot in graphics and really make the graphics whatever you want. Photoshop is probably one of my favorite programs for graphics. Photoshop alone costs $239.88 per year. So it is a little bit of an investment, but if that's something that you think you will use consistently, it is absolutely worth it. Just know that if you are starting out and you've never tried Photoshop, Illustrator, or anything in the Adobe suites, it can be a little overwhelming when you first open it, but keep in mind it is a system that you'll be able to learn pretty quickly. There's tons and tons of tutorials for everything, so don't feel like you're gonna be completely lost in the dust. Also, once you have one program familiar, a lot of the tools are really similar and a lot of the other programs as well that are connected with Adobe. So once you learn one and kind of get the hang of it, learning the other ones will be a little bit easier as you go. So that brings me on to the next program that I use, which is Adobe Illustrator. So like I said, I use a decent amount of programs from the Adobe suite every single day. These are the top 2 that I use from the Adobe suite. So if 2 programs is something that you just want to invest in 2 and that's it, these are the top 2 I would recommend for graphic designers. I don't think I go a day without using both of these programs. Adobe Illustrator is more for vectorized images and illustrations. So something like a logo, I would absolutely... Tucker. Something like a logo, I would absolutely do in Adobe Illustrator. Right, Tux? Yeah. If you decided to get both of those programs, it would be $479.76. And that's per year, which is a decent investment up front, but if you think you're going to use it, it's absolutely worth it. I use it every single day. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't have a job. However, if you are going to get those 2 and you're considering maybe using one other program from the Adobe suite, then I would just recommend go ahead and getting the Adobe suite, because if you're going to add in one more, it's going to be almost the cost of all of them together. So the whole entire Adobe suite is $599.88. So like I said, it is an investment up front. That's per year. You can pay monthly too. Third program I use every single day, and this is actually one of my absolute favorites for what I prefer to do, and that is Figma. So Figma is used specifically for app design. The thing I absolutely love about Figma for app design is everything sort of connects in a way. So in app design, you want to use a lot of the same elements so that your users know what to expect. Your user starts to kind of understand your design as that system for the app. So in order to design it, you have to keep a lot of the elements the same. With Figma, it allows you to save those settings and almost code your design to work as an app. The design process is so much more organized going through it that way, because with app design, you have so many screens that you have to think of to make an actual app, and with these systems it just makes it so much more efficient. I also used Figma for a really long time for like graphics like templates, ads for myself, Instagram highlights, and you could even use it for thumbnails, for YouTube video, whatever. You can use Figma for a lot more than just app design. And the nice thing about Figma is that until you really need to use the design systems, which is only used for specifically app design, there is a free version, and it's actually free forever. There's no like random free trials that they just charge you all of a sudden. I used Figma free version for 2 years before I actually got into developing an app. And in that case, I needed to use the design systems and everything. So that is when I finally had to upgrade. And I'm still not even at like the highest upgrade, which maybe I will have to use that later on. But as of right now, I'm not even in the highest upgrade, and I'm developing an app. With Figma, you're able to do a lot of different graphics for no cost at all. This may be the way to go to at least start. There are 3 different subscriptions you can use with Figma. First one, free version, highly recommend. Second one is the professional version, and that one is $144 every year. Third one is called Organization Figma, and that one has even more features that I haven't found that I even need yet, and I am in the process of developing an app. Next program I use, and last one that I'm going to talk about today, is Procreate. So Procreate is used on my iPad, which if you don't have an iPad, the big investment for this one would obviously be the iPad itself, because you can't really use Procreate without the iPad. When it comes to Procreate, the reason I use it is because I like a lot of my handwritten stuff on my graphics. So that's what I use it for primarily. So my overall graphic, usually I'll make that in either Photoshop or Illustrator, usually Photoshop honestly, and export it and send it to my iPad for Procreate. That way I can add my handwritten elements to it. If you are not already comfortable with Photoshop, then maybe starting with Procreate for a lot of your designs would be the way to go. That way you're just familiar with that program, and you're only buying one program. One thing I find actually really cool about Procreate too is that anything you're working on, it takes an automatic time lapse of that project and exports that for you, which is always cool to look back and see like how you started a design or a piece of art, how it ended up. Clearly, Tucker was over my YouTube video and just wants all the attention. So the best part about Procreate is that it's a one payment. So it's not a monthly subscription, it's once you buy it, you have it, and then you can buy like brushes and everything from there. And it is only $9.99. That is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Hopefully you guys got some good pointers, and if you're looking to start graphic design or have a business that you're trying to do some design for, that this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Tucker, did you want to say goodbye?